So this is called On the Subject of Love, and I sort of wrote it with my best friend Daniel in mind. I made a point throughout my teenage years of insisting that love did not exist. I never thought when I was refuting the fairy tales of my peers that I would one day end up fighting so fiercely in favour of it. Because you see, as I've grown older, I've begun to realise that love and the acceptance of love in all its forms and all its chosen paths is the only thing keeping our wayward world alive, and there are already far too many people claiming the opposite, equating love with sin. As I'm sure we all know, it wasn't long ago that the colour of one's skin dictated who they were and were not allowed to feel things for, as if their souls only saw in black and white. They didn't. They don't. They never will. There are not nearly enough shades on the colour wheel to ink in the human mind. We are each and every one of us a kind of our own. Something not everyone seems to see, and I can't help but find that odd, because it's always been pretty clear to me. Though I too made the mistake once upon a time of assuming that the views of others would mesh so easily with mine. Why wouldn't they? But they don't always. I have been reminded on more than one occasion in situations where I've tried to harness the powers of reason and persuasion to help another understand the simplest of truths, such as a gay man is still a man, whose desires are not the result of temptation from the world's most notorious baddie in the oldest storybook. Satan has nothing to do with it. Why can't we just be happy that the love does exist? I mean, why? Do I have to explain myself to my female friends when I absent-mindedly glance over at another woman as another woman walks past and say, fuck? When I have never... Thank you. When I have never had to justify my attraction to men. It's all the same to me, but it's clearly not to them, and I mean, why? Can any of you really answer me when I ask why? Who knows? Maybe I'm biased, too idealistic. What do I even really know about love? I'll be the first to admit that part of my life's a bit fucked up. I guess I just find it sad that the best man I've ever known's decision to have a family of his own one day is still considered unethical by those opposed to the fact that he's a homosexual. I'll tell you now, he'll do a far better job than my father ever did, and he was a real man. Forgive me. Forgive me, I know I have a tendency to get lost amidst the things that I say when I'm on stage. So let's just bring it back to where we started, where we all started. Love is like art, like creativity. It is not to be labelled or shamed or kept in captivity. It will die there, suffocate, locked away in the cold, empty house of bigotry with the curtains drawn. It will die there. And believe this, if nothing else, you will miss love when love is gone. Thank you.